Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and today we're looking at 42 Potomac Hills Lane in Romney, West Virginia. Got this humongous, nice 2004 single wide mobile home on just shy of 18 unrestricted acres here off of Jersey Mountain Road. You turn right in up there where my truck is. Just off Jersey Mountain Road. We're about 5.5 miles off of Route 50 here. But a lot to tell here about this place. So, full disclosure, I own this property. I bought this property originally back, I think, in like 2012, maybe, something like that. And at the time, there was two trailers here. The big one, and there was a small one that sat over there where the chicken coop was. And I'm going to show you here. So here's what the property looks like. And right here is this big single wide. In fact, this aerial's not very recent. It shows the other trailer sitting there, which it's gone now. But anyways, I had this property here as a rental. I had 2 rental units here. And I want to say in maybe 2017 or 18, I sold it to a buddy of mine, and he ended up selling the small trailer and remodeling the big trailer and living here. So it's been remodeled in the last couple years, and you'll see inside it's very nice. But the trick here is that there is another septic. There's another electric service over here, another septic, and both homes were serviced off of this well right here. So this well gets 50 gallons a minute. It gets a ton of water, plenty enough to service 2 homes. And there's also a water line ran over to the little barn over here, which I'll take you over here and show you that. But if you have a situation where, you know, you want to have 2 families on the same property, this is really good for that. But I bought this recently. He called me and told me he wanted to sell it. And at the time, I thought my mother-in-law was going to have to move in with us, and nobody wants their mother-in-law living with them. So I figured this is super close to my house, so I figured, well, I'll just buy this in case my mother-in-law has to move in. She'll be close to us, but not under the same roof. And that's not the case now. Things have happened or whatever. So I have no need for it, and I'm not going to be a landlord again. But while I had it, I let a guy farm it, and he put this high tensile fence. There's this good high tensile fence around. Basically, there's, you know, 18 acres here. There's about 14.5 acres of it that's fenced. As you can see, it's electrified. There's a little wire buried here, and right underneath the mobile home here, there's a plug-in to plug the electric fence in. But since I bought it here in the last, you know, 3 or 4 months, we put this new K-Rock underpinning around it, kind of repainted and did some work on the decks and stuff. You know, really kind of, it was in good shape on the inside, but I did some stuff here on the outside, and new paint stain job here on the decks. But what a nice place to sit out here. You know, great place to sit in the evening, because the sun's going to set on this side of the house, so this is a nice place to sit in the evening, you know, where the sun's not in your face or anything. You got nice views and everything, and all this mowed pasture you see down here, you know, belongs to it. But got a nice sidewalk. There's fiber internet here through Frontier, and that's new in the last probably 6 months. As you can see, you got an outside hydrant here. Of course, here's the meter socket and everything for this trailer. Once again, the ground's unrestricted. You know, if you have horses, cows, that sort of thing, perfect place for that. Just really hard to find good acreage for animals anymore. this is a pretty desirable area here in Hampshire County. It's pretty out Jersey Mountain out through here. I mean, I live just yonder that way, about a mile the way the crow flies. Got a shed here to keep a lawnmower and stuff in. The shed's probably seen its better days, but it's still plenty functional. It needs a roof on, probably needs a new roof on the shed, but good place to keep a lawnmower and stuff. And then this is just a deluxe chicken coop down here that you have. But I want to show you the water. There's a water line buried down here, and it's marked somehow, because I know the guy marked it. He can tell me where it's at. But you got a nice built chicken coop right there with a little run-in thing. So if you wanted to put another mobile home here, single wide, double wide, maybe build like a barn-dominium, something like that. Here's your electric service and stuff over here. And then somewhere here there's a stub up, I think, for the septic. Matter of fact, that might be the tank. No, that was the piers, because the mobile home's set in here like this. I think that's the piers for where, yeah, the little trailer used to sit right in here like this. But anyways, the other septic, I believe, is on the other side of the fence here. But like I said, there's two septics. I think it's just a 2-bedroom septic here on this side. But I got all the documentation and stuff on the well and septic and stuff. But I had it for several years, and had renters in here, and it made money, but I had the same renter in the big trailer the whole time I owned it. But the small trailer here, I went through some renters, had a couple bad ones, and I was like, nah, being a landlord isn't for Keenan. But anyways, this thing, you could do a lot with it. I mean, like I said, at first blush, if you had two families that wanted to be on the same property, I mean, the infrastructure that's here, having that septic, electric already in, I mean, it's a lot to do that kind of stuff these days. I mean, if you could buy a new single wide, double wide, a used one, and pull it right in here and put it up and hook it up, And when you're financing something like this, you gotta, anytime you're financing like a single wide, it's not this case with a double wide, but with a single wide, they're just gonna treat this like a vacant land loan, and you're gonna run it through a local bank. And the longest you're gonna be able to finance it's about 20 years, but essentially, I spoke to a local bank here, you gotta have 20% to put down. Your monthly payment's gonna be about $1,750 a month. Now, what I would tell you is if you just needed farm ground and you didn't necessarily, need anywhere to live, that big trailer right there would easily rent for $1,000 a month. If you could pick up another used mobile home for $30,000, $40,000, something like that's realistic, that's gonna get $600 or $700 a month. You put another home on here and pay for itself. Basically, and then you just keep the farm ground or whatever. And that's kind of what I did when I had it, But I'll come up here and take you, and we'll go through the inside of this thing. It's pretty nice, and we'll take her from there. Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. We're on the inside of 42 Potomac Hills Lane in Romney. This is a big home. This mobile home is 16 by 76. They would really call this a 16 by 80 because they measure the tongue, but the actual measurement is 16 by 76. So it's over 1,200 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. And as you can see, this place has been overhauled, in the last couple years. It's got laminate floors here, in the kitchen, living area, and the 2 bedrooms on this side. And the fellow that remodeled it took this kitchen, I think, come out of his mom and dad's house. And you got CORIAN countertops right here, but plenty of cabinet space, big cabinets in here. Big living area. They had a pellet stove in here, which is what that pipe was for. You know, but it's got an electric furnace and central air. I mean, it feels good in here right now. Of course, this gets you on the back porch. Here's where your washer and dryer goes. You can hook up some stuff for that. This is going to be the master bedroom back here. You got a big closet in here, and they actually had a water treatment system right there. There's a water treatment system that went in there that they took with them when they left. You got another big closet here. And then the bathroom, the master bathroom back here, it's got a double vanity, separate tub, shower. And I did a good bit of work to this place, mostly on the outside when I got it. But about the only thing I know that you can see that's really wrong with this place is this window here leaks a little bit there on the corner, but I ain't fixing that. It is what it is. We've had record rainfall this summer. You know, it rains here every day, and we patched the drywall there a little bit, but that's about the only thing you can see in here. The roof doesn't appear to leak anywhere. I replaced a couple shingles on the roof that were missing. But big kitchen, big living area. You got nice views here from the living room. And then on this side, you got the second biggest bedroom back here. It's got a pretty decent closet right there. Spin you around. And like I said, and here's the second bathroom. And then here's the smaller bedroom here. Of course, it's got a closet and everything. Like I said, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, laminate floors on this entire. The only thing you got carpet in is the master bedroom back there. Pretty daggone nice for a single wide. Almost 18 unrestricted acres. You got a nice front and back porch. Even got a clothesline right there with a pulley if you want to hang your unmentionables out there on the line to dry. But it's ready. Keenan Shinholtz here again in West Virginia Land and Home Realty, 42 Potomac Hills Lane. Just wanted to bring you over here on the other side of the property to show you where like the little run-in shed and stuff is over here. And this was built kind of like as a catch pen for cows here at one time, but you can see you got gates there that go in, big gate there to get in to the pasture, plus there's a big gate over there at the home. But show you. There's a separate little area that's fenced in right here. You know, when I had it, I let my neighbor have hogs over here. And so this little, you know, this probably, you know, this little pen here might be, you know, 1/10 of an acre or something like that. But this is essentially just like a little feedlot or a pen area. But here's where this property line runs down the fence there. And you could drive right over here. There's a little road that goes over the one side. But as you can see, here's the hydrant over here, and that runs off the well there at the home. There's a line buried over here. And so you can water your animals. That is so convenient. You don't have to worry about hauling or fooling with hauling water or doing anything like that to water your animals. And here's the little pen here. Like I said, they had hogs and stuff in here. I mean, you could have goats or whatever you want, and just, you could see where the little pen is here, and there's a gate down here for this little particular area. But the cows come up in here and drink, and also, you can see you just close a little gate right there, and you got this area pinned off right here. At the bottom here, there's a stream. There's a little stream down here at the bottom that runs right along the boundary line. And the cattle, you know, your animals can go down there and drink out of the stream as well. Like I said, the ground just goes right down over the hill. It actually touches Jersey Mountain Road, which you can see over there down in the turn. You can see where the stream comes underneath Jersey Mountain there. But it's a little setup farm operation. You know, that's a hard thing to find these days. So it's ready. Come get it.